now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Tim Duncan, one of the great leaders.
Here in San Antonio, the Tower of the Americas, standing 750 feet tall in the center of Hemisphere Park. It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
On defense, San Antonio. It's a three-point game. Thompson with it. He's picked up by Parker. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Splitter with the ball.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Here's Golden State now. Inside. Soft touch off the glass.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Back to Leonard. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
Thompson with the bucket.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
The Spurs have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. I asked him about how his team was going to handle the veterans of the Spurs, and he said there really isn't a whole lot that Duncan and them haven't seen, so you can't surprise them one way or another. Really, it comes down to us being as careful with the ball as they are and being efficient in our possessions. Sounds simple enough, gentlemen.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Leonard. That's good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Thompson against Green. From the stripe. Here's Lee, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Parker kicks to Green. Misses the 3. San Antonio on defense. Iguodala's drive. Here's Bogut. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here is Livingston. Pass to Rush. Green with a screen on Ginobili. And Rush kicks to Livingston. To the wing right side. Nobody near Barnes. Tie game in San Antonio. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. Mills and Manu at the guards. And it's Bellinelli in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Spurs trail by 3.
Well, when Harrison Barnes first stepped onto the scene, it was in the middle of the Warriors' 2013 playoff run. But he didn't exactly build upon that streak as people were hoping for last year. The prime time just wasn't there.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Livingston. The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Splitters checked in for Duncan. Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. And then for Golden State, Lee's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Klay Thompson in for Brandon Rush. Ginobili kicks to Parker. Shoots from 12. And it's San Antonio with another.
And I remember that run for Barnes. He would play as a stretch 4 and looked unguardable at times in their series against the Nuggets and then the Spurs. Definitely was hoping for more of that this past season.
Here is Livingston following the score by Tony Parker. Kicks to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. Andrew Bogut checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Here's Iguodala. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Curry with it. He's picked up by Parker, and that one's good. You know, for Barnes, it was an awkward place for him to be, and they brought in Iguodala, and he was moved to the bench. A lot of people thought that that'd be a boon for him. So he would be more focused on the offensive side of things with that second unit in particular and could really thrive.
Yeah, and the change in role and adjusting to being the first option with the second unit, I think was overwhelming for him. And, you know, I think you have to remember Barnes is still a very young player, a lot of room for growth, very talented, very skilled, and he's going to get a lot better.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors are really a team of gifted passers, especially in the front court. Somewhat surprising that they were only in the middle of the pack in assists last season and one of the worst teams when it comes to turnovers.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Spurs trail by 4. And there's the pass to Splitter. Count the bucket.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Curry dishes to Lee. Thompson left side. Thompson left side. Clock at 6. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
6 seconds on the shot clock. 6.
.41 seconds left in the first half of basketball. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Leonard the pass to Parker. Three-pointer. Poked away. Splitter kicks to Diaw. From past the arc. And the shot is good.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Outside Curry. He dishes it to Lee. San Antonio with the rebound. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Parker's running. And the shot is good. Parker's got 9. Here's Curry. The shot will not go. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Spurs lead by 3. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench thus far. When we see that second unit after the break, what are you hoping to see from them?
I just want to have a semblance of motion so that they know where they're going and the ball moves. They don't play in a crowd. Just basically see if they know what they're doing.
We'll see, Coach. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Look at Tony Parker. What a contribution.
It seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, on the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
Steph Curry last season was 7th in scoring and 3rd in total assists in the NBA. He had the 4th most three-pointers over a season in NBA history, a year after he had set the NBA three-point season record. Not too bad for Steph Curry.
Again, Curry missing.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
It's Parker with the drive. Nice D from Bogut. And Curry, Steve, already in his 6th season in the NBA. The Warriors franchise leader already in three-pointers made.
Yeah, Warriors fans obviously hoping he will one day retire in blue and gold. And by the way, that's how I feel too. But listen, this guy just incredible from the three-point line. And he became a superstar last year, really emerged as one of the best players in the NBA.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for Parker.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
On the wing, Thompson, guarded by Green. Curry with another miss.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the game.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Tim Duncan's such a huge part of this Spurs team on and off the court. As Coach Pop put it, he's a consummate pro. He takes great pride in fulfilling his responsibility to his teammates. He feels it very strongly. He sets the tone for the whole team. He's done it from the beginning, and people fall in line. Kevin, what a luxury.
A great player and great leader. Thanks, Doris.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championship.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the miss from Klay Thompson. That is good.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Warriors trail by 10. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Outside, Green. Will it go? Here's Spates. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. They kick it out to Green. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Just 5 on the clock. Bellinelli with the 3. This is to Diaw. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now a 12-point San Antonio. Lead. From deep. And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got 9.
Talk about confidence to pull up from out there. And what skill to knock it down. That's major league there, folks.
Well, you got to love just the swagger, the ability to pull up from there and just show the defense what he's made of.
And we've reached the end of the third. Spurs out in front. They lead by 9. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin? Sure. This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. And it's Diaw in at center.
What a terrific job to get the release perfect that time. I thought it might get blocked or deflected, but nice stroke.
Even with giving up a lot of size in that matchup, still able to get off a nice long-range shot there.
Here's Lee, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Looking at David Lee, you know, guys, the one thing that really stands out about him, and there's a lot, but a very well-rounded offensive game.
Well, he's so mobile. He's an ambidextrous finisher around the rim. He can step out and hit that mid-range jumper. You know, the ability to use both hands kind of reminds me of you, Kevin, how you sometimes hold the mic in your left hand, sometimes with the right.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, one thing about Steve, he is observant. We know that. He doesn't miss much.
The Spurs making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Brandon Rush is checked in for Golden State. Parker with no one around. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half. And David Lee is great playing off the ball in the pick and roll. He really is one of the very best at that particular skill. He can put it on the deck, handles it in many ways like a guard in 6-7 dribble situations. And with his passion, he can punish the defense for trying to help and double team him.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. All alone. And it's good assisting on the play with Livingston.
And you talk about Lee's versatility. He can score with his back to the basket or facing up. A real triple threat from the high post.
They get a hand on it. And now running up the court, Rush pushing it all the way. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint. Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Some changes for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Brandon Rush.
And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. .137 left in the fourth. Thompson dishes to Iguodala. It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Stephen Curry.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Parker passes to Leonard. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Splitter kicks to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Shot clock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass.
The clock ticks down, and this is going to be a solid victory here for the Spurs.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this is by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Parker. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide. Defense didn't give him any space there.
Iguodala's drive. Now Lee inside. Second change shot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Bonner, he's checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Leonard. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Lee. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. And in rush, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here's Mills. Offensive rebound. Here's Splitter up and in with the jumper near the hoop. And the Spurs lead by 11.
They're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 11. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's out of reach, so I'm not sure why they're calling a timeout here. Maybe just to try to work on something, maybe an out-of-bounds play or something.
Well, they might as well talk about what movies they want to see or what they want to surf on the internet, because this one's done, boys.
The feed to Barnes. The 3. And it's good. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bellinelli. And it's good. Track through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them. No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Heaves it up. Off the mark. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.